What is up, you interesting human beings? Hydro Turtle here. Today we are going to be testing and showing some relatively basic Velma combos for you to get better. So, an underused move is Velma's basic neutral, which is just this word bubble attack right here. And you saw how high Shaggy just got there. So if we even just knock him up a little bit right here, so we get him up, and then we use this, you could see that he is already taking a bunch of damage, and then we hit him with a basic combo. Obviously he would have gotten knocked back onto the map there, but you could do some serious damage just with that. And if you do things like use one of the best, if you use one of the easiest things to pull off, so let's say for some reason you're really high in the sky, right, and you're up here for some reason, right, and then you could come down with this, with the glasses grab, as I like to call it. It is Velma's, down neutral, or down basic, and it is actually really good when you could pair it with something like this. So if we hit him with this, and then we come down here, we come back up, and then we start blasting away, we could regain control. Look at that, he's already at the top of the screen, and then you can continue to combo to your heart's content. Now another combo I don't see used quite enough is this basic combo into that right there. So hold on, let me put him to recovery. So let's say you do this, you knock somebody back, and they're trying to get back on the stage, and then you could hit him with that. As you could see there, Shaggy was trying to get on, and he couldn't. Hold on, let me do this again. And right there, you could hit him with that. See that one more time. And as soon as he gets to me, he's gonna be knocked back. And if you add this into it, so if you hit him with that, and then you can mix those into the combo, and then so let's say you do that, mix a couple of these in there, and then you could go right back into this. That's 50% right there. I have him at 20. And again, you can combo this into a lot of things. So you could combo that into that right there, because they're right in front of you. Even at lower percentages, this is still viable, even though that hitbox is kind of wonky sometimes. Like, it won't always be in the right scenario. You could always just dash to get into the better thing there. Next thing that people don't seem to be using enough is going to be this as an attacking move. You could do something like this, where you hit him a couple times, and then you hit him with that book. I didn't hit him there, but you could use the book as an actual projectile, and while decreasing your recovery. Another thing I don't see enough is setting this up somewhere, and then doing this combo, and putting them back into the ice, and there you go. If you can keep them there, if they don't know what it does, you can get an ice off. Although, while that isn't one of Velma's best moves, it's something to keep in mind. Also, another great one is going to be what I just did right there, which is the double hit into the cancel into this. I didn't do it fast enough there. And then you could go into your microphone. The microphone is in general just a great combo ender, and also a great move to catch people like off the stage. So if I hit Shaggy here off the stage, you could see there that if I did have my microphone, I'd be able to get him right off. And another thing that Velma is able to do is outrange a surprisingly large amount of people. Like, even more, like people like Taz, who I know you're still getting annoyed by even after the nerf. So if he's, let's say he's tornadoing right here. I could just put him on, but I'm not going to. He could be tornadoing right here, and you could just hit him with that and get him away from you. Or you could, come in from the sky, hit him with a basic combo, and then bam, he's he's none the wiser. Also, just remember that this right here, the microphone, is especially hard because it sometimes like goes in the opposite direction. I don't know if this is just me being bad, but it doesn't always work for me. So that's why you should always have the target on your enemies, so that if this doesn't work, you could always, go back into that and keep going with your combo. But either way, just don't be afraid to use the microphone. As you can see, I have CoffeeZilla on right now, but it has a very short cooldown, so please be using that more. Also, use this move more. It doesn't have super armor like LeBron's version of this move, but it does 15 damage, and if you could combo into this somehow, or if you could, let's say you get this up and they're like that and they're frozen and you get this going, that's decent amount of damage right there, and it puts them open. I know that people usually use this to set up combos and stuff, but if you can get it so that you have the ability to go into something like the microphone, or to go into, like this, it's just a really good opportunity setter. Although I do say, I've said this a bunch, this is probably one of Velma's weakest moves, because it gives you a free combo occasionally, but it really has a long cooldown even with CoffeeZilla, and it's not too helpful because enemies who are at least decently good will be able to get out of that. I do want to make my final note here is that Velma's edge guarding, especially with this, if you can get good at it, is really interesting. She hits in front of her just barely right there, so you can see I'm hitting off the stage right now. Said that a bunch of times, but do it. So, and final thing, just work on mixing it up. So everyone's gonna expect this right here. This is your basic move, but try, just doing this two-piece right here, and then going into more stuff, and going into the grab, and into the, I don't know why I did that so many times there, but so last thing, when you're in this run right here, never charge it up, because it's almost never worth the damage. I always just use it as something to go out of a combo into, or if enemies are being stupid and let me charge it all the way up, that could be helpful. But it's really just, like, Velma's air game isn't really the best, because her, her up triangle is a down basically, and her down triangle is almost never active because it's her longest cooldown. But if you can get somebody into the air with, something like this, and then you could get them with the combo that you could set up there. And then, that's basically all for this video. I hope this helped you get some better Velma combos. Also, always remember, your word bubbles, these, and these word bubbles should be used in tandem with each other to, zone enemies out. Just play, Velma's basically a mage. Like, just play her as a mage. Alright, that's it for this video. Write jinkies in the comments if you made it this far. And I am going to see you guys in the next one. Hydro Turtle, out.